Genie grind and watch him get rich, huh? Remember when I said I hit a lick, huh? I don't really wanna fuck the bitch, what? Willie went and made another hit, okay, like Prada on my motherfucking kid, huh? Louis on my motherfucking hip, huh? Curry how I dunk, no switch, hey, fucker gonna fuck that bitch, hey, if you ain't gon' fuck with me, you a dumb fuck, put up a hit but feel like one punch, look at my bank and I'm getting dumb rich, and I'm gonna count it up till 100.
Hello world, I am What If Studia, and today we are doing What If, well, the humans just attained what they wanted, what they deserve. You see, I find that the humans in the original timeline of DBC are thrown to the side, even though they have so much potential in their characters. In this one, I will simply be unlocking that potential in, well, more than interesting ways. But this would all begin with a simple change, where the Dragon Balls do something a little bit different than the ones in the original. In this one, they're able to sense what your true wish is for, and grant that instead. So, in this version, Tien, during the fight of Goku versus Piccolo Jr., that is, Tien, after recovering all of his wounds, prepares for the fight's aftermath by going up to the lookout, stopping by Korin's house on the way up, grabbing some senzu beans for the fight that is to come. Once he makes it to Kami's lookout, he is confronted by Popo, who stops him from confronting Kami. Popo says, "Your duty is to defend this world." As Tien says, "I'm trying to defend it. Just tell me how to beat Piccolo." As he says, "That is not what you actually wish for." "What do you mean? The Dragon Balls have told us." "I don't care what the inanimate objects have told you. We are defending our home. I don't have time for fortune cookies. Come on, let's go, Chiaotzu." As he flies off of the lookout, Kami looking very worried down onto the scene that's playing out below. Goku is now fighting Piccolo Jr. As it would go in the normal timeline, Goku and Piccolo fights rage on, as the rest of the Z fighters stand watching, paralyzed with fear. Tien, however, picks out all three of them as they start searching around for the Dragon Balls as quickly as they can, grabbing the Dragon Ball radar, as they all find individual different Dragon Balls, collecting them all just as fast as they could. Goku is the fight is nearing its end as they can hear the screams of Goku against the gigantic Piccolo Jr. as he turns into giant form. As they summon Shinron, the sky grows black as the gigantic, enormous, I should say, dragon rises from the balls. "What is your wish?" As Tien looks to both Yamcha and Krillin as they nod to Tien as he says, "We wish to become stronger." "You're laughing at me?" No. Well, yeah. "You dare!" As he says, "Don't get your panties in a wad. Come on." "Sorry, I've changed a little bit." "What's gotten into you, Shinron? We're about to die here." As he says, "You see, I'm changing things up a little bit. I'll be giving you what you truly wish for." As Tien looks around to his friends that would soon leave him. In the original timeline, all three of the humans set up fighting in different places. Krillin originally going to training on the island as Yamcha went out into the wilderness, and while Tien trained on a mountaintop alone in solidarity. As he doesn't know this now, but the wish was granted anyways. "Do not worry, all will be well." as then the mystical dragon flows right back into the mystical balls as they spread across the earth. As Tien and everybody's just silent, like, we're fucking dead. What did that bitch ass dragon just do? Tien just gets so freaking mad. He's like, that dragon, he just ignored us. He just left. Whatever. I'm gonna go and fight now. I can't hold back anymore. Screw fairness. We're defending our homes here. As then, Tien jumps up in the air, dashing off as Krillin's like, God damn it, I guess I have to follow him. I mean, I don't want Goku to die. And then Yam's just like, this always happens this way. At least Puar's fine. As he's like, alright, I'll go help. As then he, dashes off after them, not learning how to fly yet. In the original, I don't think Yamcha knows how to fly yet. It's kind of sad. Either way, Tien flies in, seeing Goku having a hand of, just crushed in the hands of Demon King Piccolo. Piccolo Jr. As Piccolo's laughing. This world is now mine. All of you will become my slaves. I shall burn everything down as my father had once planned. As Tien's like, I can't let this happen. As then he dashes in with both of his fists, knocking some of the air out of Piccolo Jr.'s chest. However, Piccolo Jr. grabs him with his hand, trying to crush him with all of his strength. However, then Tien solar flares him, but he keeps his hand tight. Blind, the Piccolo Jr. flails around endlessly. As then Krillin comes out of nowhere, batting around his face, and sitting, Piccolo onto his ass. However, Piccolo gets enough of this as he regains his sight and then shoots eye beams everywhere, firing them off in multiple directions, destroying mountains upon mountains in the distance. As Tien and Tien and Krillin give it their all trying to dodge. However, trying to find a way how to, reflect this, Tien remembers one of his secret techniques, which was the Donapa, I think it was called, where he reflects ki blasts at people if they're weaker than him. So then he reflects the ki blast, the eye blast, straight back into the face of Piccolo, as then it destroys his left eye. A lot of his left face is burning now. He's like, ugh! As then he swipes up, batting away Krillin. Krillin goes flying off. As his ribs are highly damaged. However, Tien grabs onto his arm and then bashes his hand into the middle of it, as then Piccolo starts to feel the ill effects of the gigantic form and returns back to his main body. However, Tien had planned for this, as he had grabbed onto his arm and then started batting around Demon King Piccolo, just bam, 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 right into his stomach on the last hit. Sending him up into the air a little bit with the power. However, Piccolo smiles once more as he says, there you go, Tien. Do me like how you couldn't do my father. As Tien releases his rage, however, is batted across the arena as Piccolo's like, you fell for it. And then Tien's like, no! I will not stand here and be defeated once more! As then he picks up his hands and floats up into the air, slowly gathering all of his ki. You thought I'd just stand here and let you? However, as he glides straight at Tien, he's knocked down with a wolf-fanged fist down to the ground and smashed into it, as he had flown into it. Damn you, Yamcha! As then he stabs Yamcha in the stomach and kicks him away. He then looks up to see a fully powered tri-beam aimed straight for his face, and it's just the dust clears. Demon King Piccolo's spawn is now dead and defeated. Tien, after firing 3 straight tri-beams at this level, is dying on the inside. His ki completely destroyed, and his stamina. He falls down to the ground slowly, but is caught by Launch, who was watching the tournament. Bulma goes off and finds on her way to the tournament, actually. Bulma sees a man flying out from the air, as then like a meteorite hits right in front of her bike as she flips over and almost gets into a car accident. However, it's Bulma. She's lucky, and she just lands on her hands and then just like flips up. She's like, "What the hell? Meteor?" As then she looks over and finds Krillin with a freaking stab wound through the chest from the from the I-beam. As then she's like, "Oh my god." As then she puts him on the back of her bike as she makes her way back to the tournament. All of them reconvene on Roshi's island as all of them start healing up from the horrible wounds that they sustained from the battle. As then they start talking about how to revive Goku. As days and nights go by where they just start hanging out on the island. Tien, Krillin, and Yamcha actually become friends almost. It was so weird to Tien. He almost felt like something was wrong, but he liked it. Is this what the dragon meant? Friendship? No, it couldn't be something so stupid like that. As then he looks up, seeing Launch scooting next to him, as he's like, "Oh god, please don't yell at me again." As then she's like, "The night, it's so beautiful. I had always looked up to the sky. When I had looked up to it before, as a kid, I had seen nothing. The clouds were dampened by my family's richness. I had to leave. There was a fire, and I left as fast as I could. I had always dreamed about leaving, but once I did, well, the starry night opened up to me. I saw everything. Saw more than I could ever find in my life if I had stayed. I had always looked up to the stars in the night and saw my home. Not down here. Up on that exact star. I thought if I followed the stars, I would find my home." As Tien says, "Our hope is the stars. And, well, the stars are what my people's home was. They were hunted down for their alienism. However, became warriors, but died out anyways because of their looks. They had to hide it. The eye. I could look over this whole world, but I could not see out what's out in the stars. I'm sorry." She gets closer and hugs him, saying, "You don't have to say sorry at all." As, she leans in for the kiss. He didn't realize it, but he's making sort of a kiss face when he was talking. He's like, "God damn it, my tongue." As he looks up, he's like, I need a wingman to get me out of this." As he looks up and sees Yamcha right behind her, and he's just like, he has a thumbs up and is like, "You go, bro. You go." As Tien's like, "Damn you, Yamcha. I will get you someday." As, he just says that with his eyes, the menace, but he couldn't show that to Launch because he would feel bad. Launch lets him go as she blushes and he's like, "Ah, shit. Do I like her? Fuck, do I like her?" And then those thoughts, go through his head. He can't really deal with this right now. As then, Bulma interrupts, saying, "Oh yeah, no, we'll be done with, we'll finish the freaking time machine. No, not the time machine, the space machine that'll allow them to go to the faraway place that freaking Kami had been talking about. Because Kami had talked about how to revive Goku, and that the Dragon Balls that they make, there's whole, Namek, basically. He just told them that Namek existed. So now they start to make their way onto Namek, building the space machine, and meanwhile they all train together. All the humans, they all decide to stick together, training in the time machine, in the gravity machine, which boosts their freaking scores dramatically. I'm not going to be keeping scores of their, power levels because I think that they're bullshit, but I will give you an idea of how strong people are. So basically, they head off into space. It takes them about 7 days to make it to Namek, so about the time that it took Goku. This time, a lot of other people are coming, and Krillin's actually dealing with the death of Goku right now. After all, Goku was his best friend, and after recovering, he just feels bad for, not being there instead of hiding behind Shinron, behind both Krillin and Yamcha. I mean, he should have been there for his friend. And, while dealing with that, he has this sort of ill side effects of war, which is fear of Namekians. And whenever he sees one, he's just like absolutely terrified, which is why they pair him with Bulma and Yamcha. So they start seeking after the Dragon Balls, while Tien and Chiaotzu and Puar and Launch start searching after the Dragon Balls themselves too. As you know, Tien, goes along the villages using Puar to act like one of them, just to give them recommendations how to get in. Puar is very fast at learning different languages, as then they get through easily. Grabbing some of the Dragon Balls, then they meet Guru. First they meet the broad end of the Fist of Nail, which knocks out Tien in 0.5 seconds. It's not even a fight. It's realistically just a fade. So basically, Tien's like, holy shit, okay, yep, we'll leave. Except he's like, no, actually, wait, my guru kind of says that you're wanting something from him. Exactly. I don't know what that means, but he's the master. As he opens up the door for Tien, he's like, I'm not sure I even want to go in here. The disrespect from this guy. As he doesn't really love Nail. He makes his way in anyways, meeting Guru. As Guru says, vengeance in your heart. As the Guru was kind of a Yoda back in the day, except it was like wartime, so it was like annoying Yoda. So, but I'd imagine Guru at this time, he's sort of a central plot point, so he's got to be kind of like be able to tell people's futures a little bit. So that's important. He says that you seek power on this planet. As Tien's like, no, I seek to revive my friends. As Guru's like, no, I see more than what meets the eye. As Tien's like, you doubt my pure intentions? As Guru says, not doubt, no. As Tien's like, I don't know how much more I can take of this frickin' planet. Everybody here just thinks that I'm goddamn here just for Pei's shit. I just want to revive my friend and leave. As he says, that's fine. Leave as you want to. On your planet is where you will find your true hidden potential. Not here. Your people's writings, your people's texts of how to use your third eye, of how to unlock it, it's still on planet Earth. As Tien's like, they're still alive? He's like, maybe, somewhere. Tombs it is hidden in. As he's like, wow, my people, my techniques, maybe they could all be revived. Thank you so much. As Launch just like shakes his hand, saying he really needed this. Thank you. As he's like, such a lovely young lady. You're welcome. As he's like, oh yeah, my friends will most likely be coming by here. They'll be here for the Dragon Ball. Nail, kick their asses. As Nail's like, as, Tien's like, good. Yes. As he makes his way out of there, Puar's like, I don't know about this. As then Yamcha walks up onto the the bridge, as Tien's also leaving. There's this sort of air to this visit to Planet Namek, where Yamcha and Tien and Launch and Bulma are kind of having like a couples a second date like thing, where like couples date. and it's like it becomes a competition. So Bulma's like ravaging freaking Yamcha in front of Launch just to make her feel jealous, and trying to show that they're a better couple. Even though Yamcha's like, what's up with you? Jesus, get off of me. He's like, God dang, I don't even see you for like 3 months, and then you're like this? Jesus. Anyways, what'd that old guy say in there to you? Get a job? As Tien's like, watch your tongue if I was you. Oh, what? You're gonna destroy me with your purification fists or whatever you're going to make next with those weird-ass techniques? I have made so many techniques not to be disrespected by the likes of a bandit. That's a martial artist. I am a martial artist, just like you. No, you're a heathen, just like Krillin. And Goku, for that matter. I don't care for any of you. I am just here to protect my planet. As he, walks off in a huff, Launch kind of like, oh, sorry about that, as she makes his way with him. Krillin and Yamcha enter into it. However, Nail stops them at the door. He's like, you got, so what's your names again? As they're like, oh, I'm Yamcha, that's Krillin. As he's like, oh, is that so? As Krillin's like, quack! As then, knocks both of them out. He's like, I thought he told me that you guys would be a good fight. God damn it. As he's like, now, come on, why you gotta freaking dude, why you gotta knock out everybody that comes up here? Sorry for his rudeness. As they all make their way in, Ginyu kind of what's his name again? It's like Grandmaster Guru, that's right, Guru. He kind of changes his tone depending on the character that he's talking to, so he's more like a 80s hippie. I don't know why. That's the voice I just used, so I'm gonna roll with it. 80s hippie Ginyu, Guru. Let's go. Dudes, like, your potential though, like, Krillin, this is the place for you. Your fear of Piccolo is understandable in all rights, but you should be able to, at least pay respects to your fellow kin of people that are not meaning any harm to you. You must stay on this planet and train with Nail. Become stronger for yourself and your family. Well, future family. As he's like, I have a family in the future? He's like, never mind. Yamcha. As then he's like, whoa. As he's like, Yamcha, you will have a badass time. As Yamcha's like, what do you mean? What I mean, dude, is that you go out into the space. You need freedom. You must unlock your bounty hunter skills once more. Like Tien, you shall be going back to your roots, going back to the old skills of those who had come before you. Bounty hunters. You shall go into space and take down as much as you can, for you'll be wiping up the this space scum off the scum of the universe, basically. You'll be hunting them down, basically. For each one of these, you'll come back to me, and I'll basically just give you the next one. This should keep Namek safe for at least now. As Yamcha's like, don't I need better training for that? As he's like, don't worry, you'll be training with Krillin whenever your free time comes around. He's like, oh great. As then Bulma's like, oh no, that sounds exciting. As he's like, no, you stay on Earth. I don't want to be dragging you everywhere I go. Puar, as Puar, comes over, he's like, yeah, you'll be shape-shifting into aliens to get me into intel. As he starts making his way off planet. Krillin's left to wish on the Dragon Balls. However, Guru mentions that maybe it would be best to not revive Goku, as when you had wished on Shinron before, many mysterious things had happened. It had not revived it had not revived Goku, but instead kept him dead. It had done some weird stuff where I was given all this. Basically, Guru in the original, parts of DBZ was able to tell the past of people just by, touching their heads. However, in this time, he also knows a bit about their future and what they're supposed to be doing. What is best and will make them the most powerful. As he explains all of this to Krillin understands. And in his sort of depressed state, he gets more motivated into fighting. He never wants to see his friend die again. After all, he got flushed away by one hit from freaking Piccolo. I mean, if he continues to be this weak, he will fall behind. So he starts training with Nail every single day. Thank you so much for watching. I am excited for this one. I'm so excited for this one. I'm just wondering how many people will watch it. Let's go. All right. I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.